Jiya's prophetic visions.
Jiya's prophetic visions.
How much horror is it going to wreck on your relationship?
It's going to wreck a whole lot of horror and trust. You know, I think one of the hardest things about a relationship is when people lie to each other and don't trust each other, because it takes away the trust. And I think that kind of winds up wearing on their relationship. Is like, what are the secrets going to tell? How much of the visions do they know? What do they mean? How can they trust them? How do they react? And what does that mean for their relationship? Is she seeing the past? Is she seeing the future? If she's seeing the past, is she really just seeing the future because we haven't gone back to that yet? Mind blown! Yeah. What else? What do we got? Go.
Go. Sorry, go.
Sorry. No, I really like the Rufus's initiative this season. Like, he came out like a badass.
Yes.
Right there next to Wyatt and called Wyatt on his crap and stuff. So, can you tell us more about Rufus's character and those kinds of things coming up this season?
Yes, Rufus has grown a little bit. He, definitely is that same guy. He's still an introvert, doesn't particularly want to go to the past, but he knows he has to, so he's complaining a little bit less about it. Hook your mic up. Don't mess that up. Put that mic in there, whatever you got to do. Are you ready? Yeah, so Rufus has changed a lot because I think he's still an introvert, but he's still forced to go out there and be something. So he's definitely calling Wyatt on his crap. He's definitely fighting a little bit more than he used to and really growing. And him and Jiya, I think that also is helping to make him grow. What else?
Have you ever improvised the names, the fake names? Or are they all written?
They're all written. I very rarely improvise fake names. I usually have something. I usually just improvise random sort of riffs and callbacks. I'm usually the fan service ad-libs, like the clock blocker stuff, and like I did something at the Wendell Scott episode where I go, I don't know, I can do the blah blah blah, which for me was a callback to the James Bond episode when he was trying to disarm the nuke. So I do random ad-libs like that, which uses a lot more this second season. So Rufus and me are the same sense of humor, so you'll see that a lot more this season.
What do you find more satisfying, saving the day from the technical standpoint or from the action standpoint?
Both, man. They're both. I really love exploring a hero whose biggest superpower is his genius. But at the same time, I love it when he's able to scrap and surprise himself at being able to be physical with these guys. And how it doesn't come easy to him. It doesn't come easy to him to fight. It doesn't come easy to him to kill a man, but he knows what has to be done. And Kripke talks about, what makes a really interesting character is not someone who's just willing to fight, but someone who doesn't want to fight and is forced to do so anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because in the fourth episode, because of Jiya's premonition, he does end up killing someone.
He does.
That he didn't want to.
Yeah.
So will he be putting more jams? Will that really put like a wedge between the two of them?
I think it's going to be a huge wedge between the two of them, is wondering, should he trust these things and what he winds up doing as a result. And how that affects the time team in general. And I think really the visions and their ability to trust each other will really come to a crossroads as the season winds down.
Will he push her to reveal that to
I
the
think
rest
they
of
both
the
get
others?
pushed a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you like filming in LA?
So much better than Vancouver. I like heat, and I enjoy going home.
Speaking of home, so
Yes.
Rufus had, was compromised because of his family in
Yes.
season 1. So are we going to get to see more of those dynamics?
I think what's changed this season is that they don't have the outside influences that they had before. He is, his family, for all intents and purposes, thinks that he's dead, and so everyone in the bunker is the family. And I think the pressure of these 5 people having to deal with each other, is it 5, 6? I don't know. You guys will figure it out in editing. But the pressure of these guys having to be in this one room and deal with each other and not reach their families and the people that they love outside of just here are really going to come to head as the season comes along.
Were you surprised by the intense fan reaction to get the show back?
Yes. By a lot. I've never had a fan reaction or interplay like that. The closest I was on Better Off Ted, and that was 2 seasons, and so I had a sort of cult following there. But this definitely took it to a whole new level, because this was huge families, kids, moms. My crowd before was, I could tell my demographic. White dudes knew me from Sunny in Philadelphia. Black people knew me because I'm black. And they could name me as Malcolm. But then. This was the first time where it'd be some young 17-year-old white kid. They'd be like, "Are you Malcolm Barrett?" I'd be like, "Yeah." They'd be like, "My mom loves you." And so that's definitely a completely different world that I'm happy to be a part of.
Thank you.